Hello YouTube and welcome to lesson 17 of the Photoshop tutorial series. So today we're going to look at something called layer masks. So for that, let me just open up a picture right here and I'm going to unlock this and create a new layer just beneath it. So let me just create a new layer beneath it. Let me just hide the top layer and fill the background with white. I could have just opened up background for it, but anyways, so I got this. So right now, like if I want to erase some part of the photo, so let's say I grab an eraser, I increase the brush size by pressing the last bracket keys and I erase. So what happens is that I actually cannot recover this. This is actually gone. The photo is gone because I used the eraser. Let me just press Ctrl Z. But instead of using the eraser, what I can use is I can use something called layer masks. So in order to access the layer mask, just go to this icon right here and say add layer mask. So what it does is it adds something called a layer mask onto a particular layer that you selected. So over here, so let's say if I draw by something using a white, okay, so if I draw I just not using the eraser, let me just use the brush tool. So let me increase the brush size, and over here you can see that I'm on my white color right now. So if I were to draw it, nothing happens, but if I were to flip it and I'm drawing it with black, let's see what happens. It actually erases it out. So you can see that it does pretty much the same thing as an eraser, and you can see that there's a black smudge over here on the layer mask that you can see. So what it actually does is it creates a layer mask and does not actually erase the original image. So if I were to switch it back to white and then draw it back, you can see that the layer mask actually is there. So I can switch it to actually remove it, and I can switch it again to actually change this out back to normal. So white is actually for if you want a visible image, and black is for if you don't want any visible image. So if you want some layer to be semi-transparent with the layer mask, then what you can do is you can simply click this and you can select something like gray, press OK, and then drag it out. Again, you can see that it is actually semi-transparent now and not fully transparent. So this is semi-transparent. I can actually change this to darker black, so you can see that this actually works. And if I were to change it to, let's say, a bit whiter color, then you can see that I actually bring back my details. So I can change this back to a whiter color. So let me just say white. This is totally white, and you can see that all of the images are actually come back. So you can see that this type of effect is very useful. So let me just create a duplicate layer. Even the layer mask gets copied, and you can see that this can be used for creating amazing effects. So if you want a transparent background, if you want only some part of the image to be transparent, then you can use this setting quite easily. So let me just select total black, and then let me select my brush just like this, and you can see that I'm actually on my top layer right now. Alright, so I want to select my layer mask because I don't want to draw on the layer like this. I want to draw on the layer mask, so make sure that you select the layer mask itself. And then I want to choose black because I want to erase the sides, and you can see that I can actually blend in the image just like that by using layer mask. And if I want the details back, simply flip back over and then you can drag it out, and you can see that the layer mask actually works pretty amazing. So this is how you use the layer mask inside of Photoshop. Hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.